Alright, hey you guys, it is TsubakiSwagg and I'm coming to you with my review of Sword Art Online 2 episode 19, Zekken. So, this episode is actually really pretty freaking dope, and I want to talk about it but I can't. But this episode is so freaking awesome. Like, we see Asuna. We finally get to see Asuna, at least one of Asuna's parents, because we know that Asuna's parents are like stinking rich. They have a whole lot of money, and Asuna is probably like the complete opposite of what most rich kids are. She's very down to earth, and she doesn't let money rule her life like it seems her mother has. And they showed her having a conversation with her mother in this episode, and her mother is a very interesting woman, and it seems like her mother is pretty much trying to rule her life. She's trying to push Asuna in the direction that she wants her to go. So in ways, I can understand a parent wanting the best for their child, but you can't push them in the wrong direction, because once you do that, then that makes them resent you, and then they go in complete opposite direction of what they wanted. So in ways, her doing this is not going to make Asuna want to go to school that she wants her to go to. It's not going to make her marry that boy that she wants her to marry, because she doesn't want her to marry Kirito, which, by the way, she did pretty much investigated Kirito. She investigated the school. She said that everybody at school are like, teachers are nobodies, the curriculum is sloppy, blah blah blah, and she was going to try to get her to graduate early so that way she can go to college in September, and it's just a lot of stuff. And Asuna looked like she really felt overwhelmed because her mother was throwing all of this at her at one time, and it was just absolutely ridiculous. And I can see why Asuna felt some type of way about her mom doing all of this. So Asuna was like, just give me a while to think about it, blah blah blah. And she went into her room, and she was looking, like, she unlocked her phone and was looking at the picture of her and Kirito. And she was like, I'm not the strong warrior that I was when I was in Sword Art Online. The real me is weak, blah, blah, blah. And it was just, that was pretty much the end of that conversation. And then they showed, she met Kirito in ALO, and they were talking, and Silica, Liz, and Leafa came up and told them that it was pretty much time to go fight Zekken. And Asuna was thinking that Zekken was this big muscular man in armor, and it explained why she kept saying them instead of him or her. So I was correct. The girl in the outro, and by the way, the new intro is pretty freaking dope. It says so much stuff, and I know a little bit too much now, but in the intro they show like little baby Zekken and all that good stuff. It's pretty awesome. So Zekken is the girl, and she is freaking dope. And like, even Kirito, he gave a huge hint. I'm not gonna talk too much about it because I don't want to spoil anybody, but he believes that Zekken has done a full dive, which explains so much. And now that I think about it, it says it pretty much by itself. But we finally, after all this time, we get to see Asuna fight for real, like really fight, like how she used to when they were in Sword Art Online, and Asuna went in. Like, she actually made Zekken fight for real. From what I can tell, Zekken looked serious, and Asuna was serious, so that was awesome. I was not prepared. Even Kirito had a little smirk on his face because he saw his woman fighting the way she's supposed to. So that's always awesome. I love watching Asuna fight. I think I've said that like 8 or 9 times probably. I love watching Asuna fight because Asuna is awesome. So after all of that, pretty much Zekken, whose name is Yuki, by the way, and Asuna's last name is Yuki, if anybody remembers. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. So after Zekken was about to put the finishing blow on Asuna, and she stopped, and then they pretty much, I guess it was a draw, and Asuna was probably the only person that actually made Zekken fight for real. So Zekken grabbed, like, made her shake her hand, and she pulled her away and said that we need your help. And that was pretty much the end of the episode. This episode was so freaking awesome. I loved watching them fight. Like, they had an actual real fight. Like, it was like almost to the caliber of the original Sword Art Online fights, which is freaking awesome. I love this show. This show is so freaking awesome. How many times did I say awesome in one sentence? But anyways, this show was awesome. This episode was awesome. But as always, I would love to hear how you guys felt about this episode. How do you think things are going to turn out? What do you think that they need Asuna's help for? And yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts on this episode. But as always, please remember to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. It helps me out a whole lot. And this is TsubakiSwagg saying adios.